Star Valley has won the toss and they've deferred. So Lander will get the ball right away, and now let's see which side of the field they're going to go for. Lander is going to be going from right to left here at Braves Field, from south to north, and the Star Valley Braves will be defending the north goal here in the first quarter. So Star Valley wins the toss. They defer to the second half, and Lander will get the ball first. And last week, Kevin, we had the situation where Lander won the toss. They deferred to the second half and gave it to Douglas, and then the Bearcats just marched right down the field in 6 plays and scored. So that wasn't the beginning that they were hoping for. No, let's hope the Tigers can do that to the Braves here this afternoon.
That one was over very, very quickly. It just did not look the same for Lander Valley as I watched it on replay, as I, of course, was calling the win and in game.
Yeah.
But this is important. I would say right now, Lander Valley needs to score this drive. That can set the tone, even if it's just 3, to set the tone and make Star Valley do something they haven't had to do a whole lot this year, which is play from behind, even though it's early.
Okay, they are announcing the starting defense for the Star Valley Braves, and looking at the roster, we're coming up with Merritt McKell is one of the starters. Also, let's see, who do we have here? Number 14, that is Colin Hunsaker. He will be starting. Also starting, I got Merrick McCall, Colin Hunsaker, number 5, Taft McClure, and we have, turn around, young man, so I can see your number, 15, Brog Bridger. And the next starter is going to be number 33. That is Derek Astle. So we have some of those starters listed now. Here's another senior, and it's going to be 47, Dimitri Douglakaris.
What position is he? Is he 6'3", 225?
He's a tight end.
6'3", 225.
He'll be a defensive end. Also starting today, we have 48, which is Wiley Wilkes. He is also a tight end. He is a junior. And on the line, we have number 50, Brandon Cook. He is a senior on the defensive line. And then we have 52, Brandon. He's a starter. And we're looking at the next, boy, this is a big boy here, number 57, Clay Merritt. He is 6'3", 320 pounds. He's a big boy. And
yes.
That is the starting defense for the Star Valley Braves, assisted here by their band, giving them a little percussion send-off.
Kind of a tomahawk chop type of vibe.
Yeah.
As an Atlanta Braves fan, kind of a tomahawk chop. They did it just enough different. Atlanta Braves.
Yeah, okay.
But they do it a little bit different here, and it was well done. And doing like very few Super Bowl teams do. But if you remember, I think one of the last ones to do it was the Baltimore Ravens, who had the defense introduced and not the offense.
Okay, the Lander Tigers will be on offense first. The Star Valley Braves will be kicking off. And doing the kicking for the Braves is Dayton Schwab. He's a senior. And he'll be kicking up. No, I'm sorry, that's not Dayton Schwab.
Number 30.
Correct that. It's Bueller Christoph. Going back for Lander to receive is Gabe Harris. He's back at the goal line. And Christoph now putting the football down on the 40-yard line. He's taken his 3 steps to the left, lining up, and the whistle has blown. Here's the approach, and the kick is a line drive, and it's picked up at the 15-yard line by Matisse Weaver. Matisse moves it across the 25 to the 30 and across the 30-yard line.
And how often can you say the kicker returned the kick?
Yeah, that's right. And the line of scrimmage is going to be right at the 34-yard line. So the Tigers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Tigers are coming out now, hash mark on the far side, twins on the left, single receiver on the right, one man in the backfield, pistol formation for the Tigers. Here's the handoff, goes to Jack Pasquinelli. He's got a little bit of running room across the 40, down to the 42-yard line. No, they're going to say his knee hit at the 40. So it'll be a gain for the Tigers of 6 yards to the 40-yard line. Nice run by Pasquinelli.
And if they can set up the run here, this changes kind of what the odds makers probably would have put that game at. If you run the ball, you can control the clock and keep that offense, as you were saying earlier, off the field.
Okay, the receivers have shifted. Twins now to the right, single to the left. Here's a carry by the quarterback, and he gets a first down. That's Brandon Stauffenberg. He's right at the 35-yard or 45-yard line. That is a first down for the Tigers. And Lander now has 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. Their first down of the game, and a nice 5-yard carry by Brandon Stauffenberg. Football smack dab in the middle of the field. We've played 1 minute in Star Valley. There's no score in the game. Lander has it. Same formation for the Tigers under center. Stauffenberg. There's the snap, the fake, and a great bubble screen setup. Down court, Matisse Weaver. Matisse runs out of bounds inside the 30 down to the 28-yard line. A great play as the Tigers had the Braves going to the other side of the field, and Matisse Weaver came out to the near side.
Weaver able to sneak out there and was wide open, didn't have to contend with any D-line or linebacker, had it wide open into the secondary after the play action fake by Stauffenberg. After 2 runs, they're averaging about 6 yards a carry right now.
38-yard pass on the play to Matisse Weaver.
From the gun, trying to do it again. Almost picked off, though, there, Ernie, by number 33 for Star Valley. They looked to go to the well on a traditional screen setup there, and Stauffenberg was a little high, and the tip by the receiver, intended receiver, almost led to a turnover.
Yeah, they tried to hit Jack Pasquinelli that time. 2nd down, 10 yards to go from the Star Valley 27-yard line. Tigers come out in that same formation now. Pasquinelli to the right of Stauffenberg, who's in the gun. Play action to the right side. Looks downfield, throws, and it's in the ground. Incomplete. Intended downfield for the Tigers' Evan Stevenson.
And there you want to kind of tell Stauffenberg, look, I know what you're trying to do. He's thrown low to throw it away. Sling that thing 20 yards out of bounds. Don't sling that down into someone's feet where a diving player could cause a disaster.
Big play here for the Tigers. 3rd down, 10 yards to go, 10:30 to go, first period of play. No score here in Afton at Star Valley High School. Tigers break the huddle, hash mark on the near side. Trips to the right side. Beaver off to the left. One man in the backfield, Pasquinelli. Back to pass. Stauffenberg downfield. No one there within 15 yards.
I think that was a busted play.
Assignment.
Either Stauffenberg had the wrong play call in his head, the receiver rounded off into a button hook after going about 15 yards downfield, and it looks like Stauffenberg thought he was going to keep going. If this is a field goal attempt here, it will be a 44-yard attempt.
And it is. Stauffenberg to hold at the 34-yard line. It'll be a 44-yard field goal attempt. Matisse Weaver.
And no wind. The flags are not moving for maybe the first time today. Not moving at all.
Okay, here's the long snap. The kick is blocked. The kick is blocked, and the Tigers recover underneath the 36-yard line. I didn't see who got in there, but boy, they had both hands on that football, Keith.
Yeah, Kevin.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure up the middle. You know, in a 44-yarder, even for a guy like Weaver, that's going to be a long one, and he's going to have to keep it low and just unable to keep the hands down, and the Lander Valley offensive line or special teams line getting pushed back just enough to give several guys a shot at the block, and will lead to a turnover on downs. And quickly coming to the line is Star Valley.
They've got their quarterback in the shotgun position. That's Taft McClure. And they've got one man in the slot, one man to the right of McClure, two receivers out to the left side, one to the right. Tigers with a three-man defensive front.
Tight end went in motion there.
There's the handoff. It goes on the far side. Little bit of yardage. Carrying the football is Caleb Spalding. He does a majority of all the of all the carries.
Nice 4-yard run there. They're going to spot him maybe 3.5. So not as successful as Lander Valley's, but Lander Valley sure would have liked to come away with points right there.
Yeah, they're going to give him a 3-yard gain on that play, and it's at the 40-yard line from the 37 to the 40. Hash mark, far side. Everyone is in tight. Now they've got a man in the slot just to the right of the man. There's Spalding moves behind the quarterback. Now one man in motion. Handoff, busted play, and the Tigers take advantage of it and coming in there and making the snap. I tell you, the quarterback was going to hand it off to somebody, and there was no one there, and he had to take off, and he only got about 4 yards.
Yeah, only 3 or 4. Took a busted play that quite honestly should have been a sack as Lander Valley had him surrounded, but he was able to scoot his way into the one area where he could go between the defensive guard and defensive tackle on the left side and quickly up to the line in the eye.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Here's the pitch to Spalding. He breaks one tackle. He's got the first down to about the 47, 48-yard line. They had him in the backfield, Kevin.
State playoffs, something you cannot have is arm tackling and poor tackling technique. And he went low and went only with his arms when he could have taken him right around the waist, wrapped up, and gotten him down, and at least forced a decision by the Braves.
And it is now a first down, 10 yards to go. They're at their own 48-yard line. Man in motion to the right side. Handoff to Spalding. He's caught again at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
And this is every time they have ran out of shotgun, Ernie, they have sent a slot man in motion in their 4-wide set.
Second down and 11.
Second down now. A loss of 1 on the play. 8:11 to go, first period. No score in this game. Lander and Star Valley playing in Afton this afternoon. One receiver to the right. One man in the slot, the tight end in motion now to the left side. He stops in position. There's the pass, and it is caught. Beautiful reception by the Tigers, and Hunter Velarde comes in and makes that tackle for a big loss of about 6 yards on the play.
Big open, Velarde there with a big open field tackle, tackling properly and with technique there, because as good as it was, if he misses, he may be gone. He was the only guy, but he read it the whole way and was able to get on top of him.
3rd down, 16 yards to go for Star Valley. 2 men now, shift sides. There's the snap, back to McClure. Big rush by the Tigers. There's the pass in the middle. Nothing doing, back to the original line of scrimmage. Coming up and making that stop for the Tigers was Rope Glick. Nice defensive by the Tigers, so they make only 5 yards on that play, and it is 4th down now for Star Valley, and they need 10 yards, so they're going to come out and punt. And looking at their punter is Merritt McKell.
Not a lot of respect, it seems, by the returner as far as how far back he is. Nice looking punt, but not a lot of distance on it. Gets a bit of a bounce, great bounce actually, down to at the 10, so 90 yards to go for the Tigers. It is 6:30 to go in the first quarter here on KFCW. Score is 0-0, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Offers comprehensive eye health exams, highly trained staff, and a large selection of fashion eyewear and sunglasses. Dr. Ballard, Dr. Hinkle, and Dr. Frazier offer over 70 years of experience. Call Riverton Vision Center at 856-9451 to schedule an appointment today.
Okay, the Lander Tigers come up, first down, 10 yards to go. Hash mark on the near side. There's the handoff, goes on the near side, and that is fumble recovered by Star Valley at the 8-yard line. Oh my goodness, that was Pasquinelli on the carry, and they hit him and the ball bounced out. And Star Valley with the first big break of the game. They're going to place the football down at the 9-yard line. So Star Valley gets it first and goal at the 9-yard line. Big turnover for the Tigers. Oh, my goodness.
Coming out in a wing T-like look there was Lander Valley, and it was one of our big pregame points. Our keys to the game was Lander Valley and ball security, Ernie. Not off to a good start halfway into the first quarter.
McClure in the gun. Spalding to his left, trips to the left side. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Passes all alone in the end zone, and it is incomplete. And it was intended that time. Is that 80?
I think that's 38 or
Close.
80, one of the two. I can't tell. I'm with you there. And he was absolutely wide open. Lander Valley's safety and the linebacker actually noticed it and were trying to make up ground, but just could not get there. But luckily for the Tigers, it goes right through his hands.
Wyatt Krog was the intended receiver. And the Tigers now with a 4-man defensive front. Here's the handoff, goes inside the 5-yard line. Carrying the football is Merritt McCall.
Right off left tackle there, Ernie.
Yeah.
A lot of misdirection in that play. Luckily, and good for the Tigers to keep their eye discipline and make it be 3rd and 5. It would be an absolute huge stop for the Tiger defense here to get the ball 1st and goal, have to come back on the field, and to keep them to a field goal attempt.
All right, the Braves now with a 3rd and goal, and it's at the 5-yard line, right on the 5. The whole offensive backfield came to the near side to talk with Coach McKay. Now we've got one man split out wide to the left side, one man on the right. There's the handoff, goes to Spalding. Spalding scores without anyone touching him. Touchdown, Star Valley.
It looked like Bodie Moffitt, Ernie, took a wrong angle on that and went on the outside, and wisely the running back just cut between his 2 blockers inside on the sweep and took it in for 6.
So Star Valley jumps out in front, and we've got 5 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in the first period of play. And Star Valley strikes first on the 5-yard run by Spalding. Now here's the point after attempt, and it is blocked. The Tigers blocked the extra point. So it is now 6-0 Star Valley on our WYO Today scoreboard.
And we'll be right back on KFCW after these messages.
A proud sponsor of this broadcast is Bailey Enterprises. For over 50 years, Bailey has become the name you can trust. With Pit Stop Travel Centers, you can fuel up and stock up on trip snacks at locations all over Fremont County. You can also put your trust in Bailey Tire and Auto for service to keep handy for those times when your luck runs out on the road. Refresh at the Speedway Cafe with a dine-in meal or a round of carry-out with a variety of specials to keep you going. Go with Bailey.
Lander trailing now 6-0 on our WyoToday.com scoreboard. 5:23 to go in the first period following that fumble at the 9-yard line. You can't give a team like Star Valley that short of a field and expect good results. So teeing it up now and running to the ball is Bueller Christoph, end over ender, taken at the 7-yard line by Gabe Harris. Harris up across the 20, and he's smothered under about the 24-yard line. And I think that's where they're going to mark it. 1st down and 10, Lander at the 24.
Lander here must come out, and I hate to make it so simple. It sounds so simple, but it has been difficult at times for this Tiger team. Keep control of the ball. You cannot give this Star Valley team short fields, and they need a drive here, Ernie.
5:18 to go when the clock starts. It's at the 24-yard line. Lander comes up. 2 receivers split out wide to the left side. Single running back in the back, and it goes to Pasquinelli. Is that? No, that's not Pasquinelli. Yeah, it is. Pasquinelli gets it, and he carries up to the 31-yard line.
Nice
so that's a nice 7 yards for Pasquinelli. He now has 13 yards in the game. Just under 5 minutes to go. Tigers come out now. Second down, 3 yards to go. Sun casting a big shadow here on the Lander end of the field. Now we have receivers split wide on each side, and offside is Star Valley. That was a great hard count, Kevin.
Yes, it was, and actually the sun is casting a shadow of us.
Yeah.
I mean the individuals of us, because I can stick my hand up and see me on the field.
Yeah.
So it's making it a little different to see these displays, but nicely done to get the first down. You notice Lander Valley taking a little bit of time in that huddle after having the defense out for quite a good bit of this first quarter so far.
Okay, Tigers have everyone in close. This is the D-tie formation. Pasquinelli has it. He gets a yard, maybe 2, before coming up and making the tackle on that play for Star Valley is Jaden Crook. So the gain is to the 37-yard line. It'll be gain of 1 yard on the play. So 1 yard for Pasquinelli. This is a formation that Coach John Scott has used forever. It's called the D-tie formation. There's a pitch to Pasquinelli. He's got a little bit of running room. He's short of the line to gain by about 2 yards as he crosses the 40 up to the 44-yard line.
And boy, he got popped. It looked like his momentum was going to take him even after contact for the first down or within inches of it. And he ran into a brick wall of a strong safety there. That was a collision that I'm sure sounded mammoth on the field.
3:38 to go, first period. Tigers need 2 for the first down. Here on the far side is Harris. Harris has got the first down up to the 48-yard line. Nice run by Gabe. He went off left tackle.
Getting the yards and then some, getting the 2 yards plus about a yard into the backfield after first contact, but there is some laundry on the field, and it is against Star Valley.
And this is going to be a big face mask penalty. This is going to be a big one. So they move the ball across the 50-yard line, first down and 10 for the Tigers at the 47-yard line on that penalty.
Calling it the incidental variety. Wyoming, one of the few places still that differentiates, of course, the college and pro level, and many high school associations go on to 15-yard only on the face mask. So 5-yard penalty there.
Full house look in the backfield. Back to pass Stauffenberg. He's under pressure. Throws downfield. He's got a man. Caught!
Oh!
Caught by Gabe Harris. Harris has got the call inside the 25-yard line. He was double covered. He jumped up in the air and caught that. First and 10 Lander, and it's all the way down to the 23-yard line.
23-yard line there. Great concentration as well as great ball placement. Like you said, he was completely double covered, but as Peyton Manning likes to say, nothing beats a perfect throw.
Back in that full house look again. Here's a handoff to Harris. He goes to the 20-yard line. Maybe they're going to mark him short at the 21. So that'll be a 2-yard gain by Gabe. And that is his first carry today for 2 yards. Hash mark almost on the near side of far side of the field. 2.5 minutes to go here. First period of play. Tigers trail 6-0. There's the handoff to Pasquinelli, and or a fake to Pasquinelli.
Fullback.
And it was Matisse Weaver that carried Matisse up to the 20-yard line.
And this is about earning from the first drive, first possession by Lander Valley. This is about where it stalled out last time.
Right. This is where the field goal attempt by Matisse Weaver was blocked. 6-0 Star Valley. The Tigers block the extra point. They're back in that D-tie formation again. There's Stauffenberg, rolls to his right side, play action, throws. It's caught by Stevenson, but it's well short of the line to gain. He's going to be pushed out of bounds about the 12-yard line.
17.
Oh, 17.
So that would put it at a 34-yard field goal attempt. They are going to bring out, it looks like Weaver out here for it. Yes, they are, with a minute 35. And just for those listening on the radio, so you can imagine the scene here, Lander Valley going right to left on your radio dial. The kick going with virtually no wind.
Here's the long snap. Stauffenberg holding. The kick is up. It's long enough. It's high enough. And it is good. Matisse Weaver with the field goal from, what did we
34.
say?
34 yards.
34 yards. And the Tigers are on the board.
So it's 6-3 here in Afton, Wyoming, with 1:15 to go in the first quarter. We'll be right back after these messages on KFCW.
Snyder Signature Properties would like to give a huge shout out to the local sports of Fremont County. They are here to support your team and your local home real estate needs. Call today to see how Snyder Signature Properties can help you buy and sell your next property. Good luck to all Fremont County athletes.
Papa Murphy's is proud to sponsor this week's Player of the Game. For a limited time, enjoy a Papa Murphy's barbecue chicken pizza made with KC Masterpiece barbecue sauce. After the game or anytime, you can't beat the fresh ingredients and authentic flavor of a Papa Murphy's take and bake pizza. And you know it's baked right every time because you baked it yourself. Papa Murphy's on North Federal in Riverton. Drop in or order online at papamurphys.com. Go Wolverines!
Okay, and the Tigers have put 3 points on the board with that 34-yard field goal by Matisse Weaver with 1:15 to go here in the first period of play. And it is 6-3 Star Valley. And, of course, Star Valley got their points after that fumble at the 9-yard line by the Tigers. So they've had a very, very short field. This Tiger drive went 9 plays, 66 yards for the score. Tigers are kicking off from right to left.
And maybe equally as important, Ernie, as the sun is now starting to set, is the fact they gave the defense a lot of time to recoup after coming out back-to-back, basically, drives.
Matisse's kick is out of the end zone. Star Valley will start at the 20-yard line. So great job by Matisse Weaver again. And the Tigers have been very successful with his kickoffs this year. 9/10 of them have gone out of the end zone.
9 out of every 10 for a touchback. Nicely done. Obviously, I don't call Lander on a regular basis. So is he? What's the outlook for him? Is he committed anywhere to kick for
Not yet,
or
no.
is still leaving his recruiting open? Of course, early signing period coming up here in about a month and a week or so.
Taft McClure in the gun. Here's the handoff to Spalding. He squirts, misses, Tigers miss a tackle. He gets all the way up to the 29-yard line. It'll be a 9-yard gain by Spalding, and he's really been running up the yardage here this afternoon. And they go from the 20 to the 29. Second down, 1 yard to go. The